Hello, and welcome to Life After Gray Narcissist Divorce. I'm Paula, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new and you like this video, please subscribe. New supply. Narcissist fills them up with lies. So your ex-narcissist has a new supply, and they have probably filled them up with all kinds of lies and all kinds of lies about you. You are probably that crazy ex, and they are an innocent victim. In fact, if a person was to listen to your story and their story, they probably wouldn't even match. Also, strangely enough, all of their exes were crazy, and he or she was a saint or a hero in all of these cases. Why is this? Because they have a story to tell about what a wonderful person they are, and that is just how the story has to go. So to fit this picture, they have to make up lies. So the other person has to look crazy, that other person being you, and they have to look like the victim or the hero or the good person. So they're going to make up these lies and stories so they can concoct this persona and this false mask for their new supply, and that's how they make that happen. So what is your ex-narcissist story or false narrative that they are telling? What did they tell you when they met you to reel you in and get you hooked? That is most likely the story that they are telling the new supply. Do you think they're using this same line on this new person? And if they are using the same line, then what lies do you think they need to be telling this person about you? As an example, I'm going to use my ex's narrative of what he told me when I met him, and then I'm going to follow that up with what was really true. So what happened when I met him, I was a single mother, 42 years old with 3 children. I owned a home, and I was a finance director for a governmental agency, and my ex-husband had cheated on me and left me. Well, my narcissist narrative was that he was a family man and he was a father who loved children, and he had been married twice, and he was the victim of cheating wives who just could not stop cheating on him. And both times that he married because he was such an honorable man, even though he couldn't keep it in his pants. He had gotten both wives pregnant, and so he had to marry them. So his first marriage, he was just out of high school, and his first wife was only in high school. And they were married for 18 years and had 3 children, and she just could not stop cheating. That was his narrative. But he was such a generous man, and he paid her extra money and made sure that the children just had a wonderful Christmas. That was his narrative. And his second wife was 16 years younger than him, and she had a 4-year-old daughter, and then he got her pregnant, and so it was too late. He realized she was a crazy borderline narcissist, but he was an honorable man, so he married her, and he was also very generous with her when they divorced and made sure that the kids had a wonderful Christmas. But again, she could not stop cheating on him, but he is an honorable family man. So that is his narrative. Now, what is the actual reality? What are some of the actual truths behind this reality? Well, a couple of years ago, I found out one of his high school classmates, females, had contacted him. Her husband had died, and she was showing him pictures of her son. And he confided to me that he was wondering if this son could possibly be his child. And I started questioning him on that and found out if the son was in fact his child, he would have gotten this woman pregnant the same time he got his first wife pregnant. So much for Mr. Honorable only sleeps with one person at a time guy. Okay. The other thing, so generous with the wives. Well, he's so cheap that he always did do-it-yourself divorces. Well, he's very manipulative. So his first divorce from his 18-year marriage, he took his entire pension all for himself. His wife got none of it. He put it, which was $250,000, he put it into a business that went bankrupt, so that when he was with the second wife, they were living on food stamps, and he was not paying the first wife any child support on his youngest son. So the first wife got him a job for the airline manufacturer where she was working, and he started working there, and he still never paid the first wife any child support for the youngest son. So the truth is, so generous, taking care of his children, that he never paid all his child support for his youngest son from his first marriage. And then it slipped out that he started making up stories about me and claiming that a year into our 17-year marriage that I was sleeping with my best friend's husband, which is a complete fabricated lie. I have never cheated on him, and we have been divorced for over a year, and I've never been on a single date. So, as you see why he would make this lie up, that is because he is looking for new supply. So that would fit his narrative, because now he is divorced 3 times. So his narrative would be, I've been married 3 times and I had 3 cheating wives, and even my third wife started cheating only a year into the marriage, and I suffered 17 years through that marriage. See, that lie fits into his continued false narrative. So nothing they say is true. They're just making up a lie to fit this false persona that they have created to trick their victims into thinking that they are somebody that they are not. And it works because I completely fell for it. I thought that he was my Prince Charming rescuer, family man, rescuing a single mother with 3 children. I mean, it's not like men are beating down the doors to marry a 43-year-old woman with 3 children. So it worked. It was successful for him. So, you know, my white knight turned into a white nightmare. So that is what they do. They make up lies to secure their supply and pretend to be what they are not, to fool people. So that is what your ex is doing with their new supply. They're making up lies about you to make themselves the hero or the heroine and you to be the zero. So anyway, thank you for stopping by, and if you have any comments about rumors that you heard or lies that your ex told you or that you think is now telling about you, please leave them down below. I would love to hear from you.